What's up guys, David here, and today I am going to be ranking college majors. Basically there'll be 6 tiers. S will be the best tier, which will include all the most valuable degrees, and F will be the worst tier with the most useless degrees. Now just a quick disclaimer before I actually start ranking these majors. This video is completely based off of my own opinion. If you feel like I've downvoted your major, which I know is something that's going to trigger you, please don't be butthurt about it and call me out in the comments below saying I don't know what I'm talking about. Because chances are, you're probably right. After all, I mean, I am just a freshman, and there'll probably be at least one major on this list that I did not know existed. Also, I may be a little bit biased in this video, considering I don't have a whole lot of knowledge in some of the lesser known fields, but I will try not to. And if you do have any disagreements with me, please let me know in the comments below. Just be nice to me, please. With that said, let's go. Alright, so here's basically the tier list. Again, there's 6 tiers. And then there's a bunch of majors down here. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the first major. So the first major is engineering, or is it chemical engineering? I couldn't see the whole thing, but I think it's chemical engineering. I'm gonna give it an S tier. I mean, yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an S tier because I'm pretty sure it's one of those engineering classes that is valuable. I don't really know. I don't think I've met a single person with the chemical engineering degree. Alright, so the next degree is international relations. What is this? I don't know. I think it has something to do with politics, but I really don't know. It's probably not gonna be, I think I'm gonna have to put it in like D tier or something, cause yeah, I don't think it's too valuable if I don't know anyone majoring in it, but I do think it's like a foundation for a solid career. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a D tier for now. Maybe I'll move it. All right, so next we have business. A lot of people are majoring in it, and I do see it being useful. Now, of course, if you're actually trying to start a business, you shouldn't major in this, but I still think there's a lot of jobs, and yeah, so it's gotta be the S tier. All right, so now we have biology. Don't get me wrong, biology is very useful, but I don't know if I should put this in the S tier. I think biology is just a little bit too broad. I think that's why I don't think it's the best major. Also, I will repeat myself a couple times because I really don't know what I'm talking about. This video is not impromptu. So yeah, I'm gonna include all these biology, chemistry, and all that stuff in the A tier, I think. So chemistry, is physics here? Physics is right here. Yeah, so that sounds about right. I think all 3 of these majors are good majors, but I just think they're too broad, and I feel like you're probably gonna switch into something more specific afterwards anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna include those here. All right, so we got history. History. I don't think history is very useful. I mean, what jobs can you get with just a history degree? I can't think of a single one, like besides working in a history museum or something. Like, I can't think of a single career you can get just from a history degree. So I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know about this one. I think I'm gonna put it in D tier because, I mean, there's probably something that could require a background knowledge of history. So, again, it's probably not completely useless, but like, I just don't see it being too useful. All right, so now we got aerospace engineering. Is that what it is? Okay, so usually, in my opinion, engineering degrees are considered good. But in this case, I don't really know because, I mean, aerospace engineering, I believe, is where you basically work with spaceships. So it's obviously not going to be an S tier. I just don't think the demand will be very high. But I mean, I feel like if you have a job, you'll definitely still be paid well. So I'm going to give it an A. If any of you guys are aerospace engineering majors and watching this right now, go ahead and let me know in the comments because I would love to learn. All right, so now we have psychology. Okay, I've heard a lot of criticism in regards of psychology. I mean, yes, you can get a job. There's a lot of jobs. I mean, it's not. There's a lot of jobs, but there's also a lot of people interested in this. So I heard it's not the best, but you can definitely find a job if you actually have a plan in it. That's what I keep hearing about this. So I'm gonna put this in the C tier. It's probably in the middle. Yeah. All right, electrical engineering. That's without saying it's gonna be the S tier. All right, now we have economics. I think economics is a pretty good major. Now, yeah, I think it's a pretty good. I don't think it's comparable to like engineering or business or any of those, but I still think you can get a solid career. I mean, the demand's obviously going to be really high, but I don't think the salary is very high. Again, any economics majors, let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm gonna put this in the A tier because I mean there is value in it. All right, linguistics. Did I say this correctly? I don't know. From what I know, it's where you study language. What are you gonna do with this degree, guys? I don't know. I'm sorry for anyone who gets offended for this, but I have to put this in the F tier because I just can't think of what you're gonna do with this degree. Again, any of you guys majoring in linguistics, I don't even know if I said that correctly. Let me know in the comments below and maybe I'll change my mind. Alright, now we have nursing degree. That's definitely gonna be the top. Because I'm actually, I know this is me biased, but I think this is also a fair decision because I am someone who is considering switching my major to nursing. But I just think the demand is just going to be growing and growing because the population is growing. So that's why I think it's a good major and I think it deserves to be in the S tier. And the pay is actually pretty good. Like if you do masters in nursing, the salary is, you can easily make 6 figures, especially after like 5 years of work experience. All right, so now we have English. What can we do with English? I mean, there's things we can do with English. Like you can write, you can do all that stuff. You can be a writer, you can be an announcer, can you? With just an English degree? I don't know. But it's definitely, I think it's definitely a stepping stone to a good career. So that's been the trend I've been following for this video, so I'm going to go with the D tier. Okay, foreign language. So I think in this one, I think it's like for any foreign language, like Spanish, Chinese, or like Mandarin or something, or like Japanese, French, I think that stuff. I mean, there's obviously languages that are worth, I mean, you can make a lot of money if you know it, but if you're trying to be like a translator or something, you probably don't need a college degree. So that's just my opinion. I'm gonna have to put this in the F. If you want to learn a language, there's way cheaper routes and you don't need a college degree for that. I feel like any job that's well paid, that requires you to learn the language, is probably not gonna require a college degree. Okay, computer engineering, S tier. Obviously, that's like the growing, that's gonna grow like crazy in the future because it's tech. Now we have art. Oh my god. All right, again, art I'm gonna have to put in the F because yes, you can make a lot of money, but you're probably not. I mean, there's a lot of people out on the streets who majored in art and they're selling their artworks on the street, and I just don't think it's a good idea to. I know this is gonna piss off a lot of people, but yeah, if you're someone who's interested in art, either minor in it or do it outside of school. Because I just don't think you should pay that much money for an art degree. It's just more of a hobby. I mean, I love art though, so. Anyways, mechanical engineering. That's an S tier for sure. I mean, pretty much all engineerings are in a high tier. Let's see here. We got music. Yeah, I think that's gonna be an F tier. Again, that's like really similar to art. It's if you can be the top, it's gonna be great. But like the odds of that is not the best. Again, it's really more of a hobby thing, and I don't think any of the top producers have a music degree. But yeah, that's just my perspective. If you love music, you can create music while in college. Just don't major in it, you know. All right, computer science. That's gonna be an S tier. I think I put too many things in the S tier. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to move some things down. But I'll worry about that if I see another S tier or something. Actually, let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna move down nursing because as much as I love that degree, I don't know if it's gonna be as well paid as any of the top ones. I mean, you also do need masters, unlike most of these other ones. So I'm gonna move nursing down one. And then for this, I think I'm gonna move. Should I move aerospace engineering down because it's a great career, but like the demand's pretty low. So I'm gonna put that in the first B tier. I think that's fair. All right, so we got philosophy. I'm actually taking philosophy right now, and don't get me wrong, it's pretty interesting. It's also a rather difficult class for how useful it is, and I don't think it's very useful. But I do think it's a good stepping stone if you're like someone who's trying to be like a lawyer or something. So I'm gonna put this at the D tier, just like all of these careers. I think it's a good stepping stone to a better career, but I don't think it's a good major. All right, journalism. I mean, there's a lot of careers you can do with journalism, but I just don't think the demand's very high. So I'm gonna put this as a C tier. Like if you work for like a newspaper, you can make money, but what kind of demand is there for that? Like there's not gonna be that many job openings. But again, if it's something you really enjoy, I guess you can consider going into it. All right, now we have environmental science. This major, I actually find it very underrated because there's gonna be a lot more demand for this in the future. Because I mean, the environment is changing and we need more of these people to help the environment, especially find more creative ways to do this. So I think environmental science should be A. This is a very biased list, but I do have a lot of respect for this major. I think it's very underrated and the demand will be huge in the future. I also can't talk today. I am repeating myself like crazy. All right, criminal justice. What can you do with this? Is this like are you gonna be like a prosecutor with this? I don't know. I'm gonna put this in the C tier because you definitely can do something with this degree. But I'm not knowledgeable enough. It's probably between C and D tier. All right, math. Okay. I think math should be. I'm gonna put math in the A tier because I don't think you can do anything specifically with math. I mean, you probably could, but like it's probably not as good as like, you know, engineering and that stuff. So I'm gonna put that in the A tier. All right, so sociology. What is that? Okay, I really am not too familiar with what this is. I know this is sad to say, but like I'm not familiar with this at all. I've never learned it. So I'm gonna put this in the same category as psychology because I think it's very similar. Again, if any of you guys are majoring in sociology, please educate me because clearly I don't know. All right, political science. What can you do with I mean, you could probably be a lawyer, but that's really, you have to do masters. I'm gonna put this in a B tier because I do think there's a lot of things you can do in the future. But I've heard some bad things about it, but I mean, I don't think it's as popular as psychology, so I think it's a solid career if you're someone who's actually interested in it. Okay, so now we have biochemistry. I am aware of this major. I don't know any specific jobs, but this is either gonna be like an S tier or like a C tier. I'm gonna put this as an S tier because I think biochemistry, I think there's definitely good careers out of it. And yeah, I think this is my tier list. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already have like a couple majors that you'll correct me with, but this is mine. I think this is as solid as it goes. I will leave this tier maker link in the description below, so if you want to check it out and do this yourself, feel free to. Anyways, that's all I have today. My question to you is, do you agree with my ranks on all of these majors? If you don't, what would you change? Feel free to critique me and educate me however you want in the comments below. Just please be nice to me, and I'll see you guys next time.